Alright, hello everybody. It is Mr. Sunshine Segway T3 Motion Controller Battery Refurbisher. And we just got another module in today from Texas that we're going to go ahead and we're going to convert it over to the brand new lithium batteries so that this thing will proceed again. So what we have here, we have the original power module. It's got your charging port here, status switch, that's all going to be gone. And on the side and the back, you can see there's the charger that goes into the unit. It just slides in. You can see a little corrosion on there. We'll clean that up as well. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to take the 8 screws out of this. They are actually little Phillips head, but they put some type of a glue in there to try to keep them from being open. So they're going to take these out. We're going to try to do this video without stopping unless the phone rings or something. So by getting these screws out of here, well, you have to be careful because some of these batteries in here, the factory lithium, they could be when they go bad, they start to swell up, depending if it's the pack or the plastic type. So we're going to see if they're the bag type 3.2 volt put together in series. That's why when they have those lights out on the front there showing it charging, it's actually charging in stages. Well, we're going to eliminate all of that. We're just going to put a heavy-duty lithium deep cycle trolling motor. I like to use the tracker batteries from Bass Unlimited. So I found that those would be they fit right into the box. So now we have every screw out. We go ahead and lift this cover off. And there you have what's inside. Okay, now you get the opportunity to see this. All right, this foam, you want to keep this foam because we're going to use this as pieces to put back in there. This is all going to come out just like that. And this, you can see these packs right here. These are the lithium battery packs. So what we're going to do now, we're going to go ahead, we're going to get this thing, pull the rest of these out of here because they're jammed in there. All right, so what we're going to do now, since we're not going to be using this battery at all, you can see how it's already swelled up. You see that? You hit that, fucking acid's going to go everywhere. So we don't want to do that. So what we want to do now is just kind of see about getting this thing lifted up out of here. See if we can get it out. It's a heavy unit. Well, what we're going to do here to save ourselves a lot of aggravation, we're going to go ahead and pull this. We're not going to be using this circuit board at all, along with these wires here. So we're going to go ahead and just cut this stuff all out. We're not going to use it. Get that out of here. Just like that. I'm going to go ahead and get our... Going to use a 2.5 Allen wrench to go ahead and take these screws out. What the factory did is they ordered these special plugs. These are 7 plug in a certain position, and I looked everywhere to find these. And believe me, when I scour something, I try to go everywhere. I did find a place through Alibaba, but you had to buy a minimum of 100. They wouldn't sell just one. So I actually bought different units with different plugs. So in the event you don't have a charger, we're going to go ahead and swap this plug out so that we can use the new end. It fits right in there. It's a different configuration that's more readily available. There's the chain. You actually have to take the inside of this unit apart as well to get these apart. So we'll go ahead push that out just like that. And this here is going to take a smaller one. Just like that. Now you always want to keep these screws. They can always come in handy. They're metric. So keep this a little straighter there. They put all this shit in here when all you really needed was a battery. Just a battery and hook up the power to charge it. All this extra shit was just more money to justify charging so much money for the whole unit. Sorry if my head's in the way of the camera. There's your power supply with all of the shit. Just plug that off. Don't need that. Get over here. We'll leave that little plug in there and just cover the hole. So now we can probably go ahead and pull this thing out. But before we do that, you have to make sure to clear the battery to put this here. This is a guide for the bottom of that, so you're going to take this and you're just going to bend it up like that. Don't break it off, because we'll use that to put the battery new one back in, and then we just go ahead and slide this shit right out of here. There's your battery pack right there. So now what we'll do is we'll go ahead, we'll cut these ends off of here, the tape that they put on here, because you're going to reuse this. You're going to reuse this cables, because these are the cables that go into the vehicle. So, boy, oh boy, they put so much tape on here. There it is. Just use an adjustable wrench to get this nut off of here. Boy, I get that thing on there so tight. So it seems like they used whatever battery that they could find in here to do these at the factory. Wow. Should go get a wrench, but I don't have the time for that nor the patience today. Just go ahead and unscrew this. Get this negative off of here. There it is. We're going to keep this, see? We're going to use this. See, these were the wires that went for the charging to show what the 25%, 50, and 100 up there. So we're not even going to be using those. I'm going to go ahead and pull this screw out. So there's a lot of screws on here. They put this thing in series, 3.2 volts, I do believe, in series up to 12. There. So now we got the battery disconnected there. Now we'll come over here and take this off as well. Get my... You can see they just put a little piece of tape over it to keep it from shorting out at any particular point in time. Look at this. Wow. Let's go ahead and get this one off. Well, they really wrapped the tape on there, didn't they? Wow. And they melted this cover on there. I have to go ahead and cut this cover off of here. We don't need this. This is actually a fuse they put on there. Wow. Let's expose that. I feel like I'm working on a Tesla here or something. Pliers, here we go. Look at all the tape that they just wrapped on there to cover up that terminal. Unbelievable. There it is. So they used a big fuse on here. In case it ever shorted out, it would blow off at the fuse instead of exploding the battery. Now normally I have the right wrench for this. I got a whole big toolbox over there, but I didn't know what type size they had, and I wasn't going to bring all those tools over here, so just use the adjustable wrench and a pair of pliers. All right, this you're going to keep. This is the unit. You're going to hook your positive and your negative up to this on your new tracker battery, and we'll pull this off of here a little bit so we can get a better look. And this would be the fuse that they put on. This is a fusible link right here that they heat. 200 amp fuse. Just like that. There you have it. You can see that. So we'll leave this back for now. We could reuse this on the new one. It's a 298 32 volt 200 amp fuse, 200 amp max. So we'll leave this alone. You don't do anything with this. We'll leave that alone. We then go ahead and we can just cut this all off because we're not going to use this. The only one we're going to use on here, we'll get that off right now. The only wires we're going to use here are the positive and the negative. I'll pull the plug, as a matter of fact, we can pull it out right here. So there's your plug. There's the top of the plug right there. Your positive wire is on this side here. This would be your positive terminal, and that would be your negative terminal from back here. You can see negative going over here, positive going over here. Everything else here is going to get removed. You're not going to need these other wires. So what we'll do, because when we cut the power cord off of the old charger, because the old charger is not going to work anymore, we're going to eliminate all these other batteries. So you're only going to use the positive and the negative wires. Everything else on here is going to get cut off. So we're going to go ahead and separate those as such. Pull the positive and the negative up here like that, and then set this down there, and then we can go ahead and cut these wires all off. We're not going to use any of these anymore, and they're going to be dead because on the plug we're only going to hook it up to the positive and negative, so that'll all get taped over just to make it look a little pretty. So there's what you're going to use. It's going to go to your battery. We'll put some bigger terminal switch on there. That'll go to your negative along with this, and then the positive over to this to the battery terminal. So there you'll have it. So there we go. We got this out. This is the old battery pack. It's probably good to keep the screws and the bolts off of here. So get that out of there. Well, this battery is dead. There's nothing you can do with it. It's totally discharged, and because of you can see the bag. So you don't want to break those, because then you're going to have acid all over the place, or lithium, whatever's inside there. See that? There you go. So there's your old battery. There it is right there. You can see the battery pack, and they just put them in their packs, all just taped together, hooked up in series. There's the EIG batteries there. There you have it. So we don't want to crush this, and we don't want to use this. So be careful with it so you don't lose it or break it. So we'll set this aside. Take that over to the dump and get rid of that. So there we go. We have ourselves now a completed box, which we will go ahead and drop a brand new battery in, hook up the wires, and you can tell the way this goes back on. You're going to put the positive over here, the negative will go over there, so that the wires, you won't have to lengthen anything or shorten anything. This will be your negative right over there, and then we'll put the plug back in it. But we'll leave the plug in until we go ahead and put until we put that back in. So there you have it, Mr. Sunshine. There's this plug. This will go back in after we put the battery in, because it's a pretty good tight fit. We don't want this hanging out. It'll sit down below, and you won't be able to slide the battery in with that there. So leave this out, and we're good to go. There you have it. That's a total breakdown of this box. It is now ready for a new battery and get it back up and running. There you have it.